Hello, everybody. Theo the Juggernaut with you. Good morning. Monday, Grey Cup hangover. Well, I don't get hungover. Well, that's a good thing. But I tell you, that game with the Red Blacks and the Stampeders was sensational. Everything he asked for, including the underdog winning. Speaking of underdogs, well, the Winnipeg Jets finally snapped their 5-game losing streak. And the million-dollar question that every coach or every psychologist, every analyst, every person that plays sports since the beginning of time will always ask, why can't you play the same way you do at home? Well, the Winnipeg Jets clearly play a lot better at home after losing 5 on the road, going 0 for 10 points, defeating the Preds 3-0. We know that. But there are a couple of problems still we have to face. Number one, our scoring is atrocious. When you think really about it, we have our last 6 games scoring just over 1 goal a game. And that includes the 2 empty netters last night. Drew Stafford scoring late in the second period, and then Shuffles and Lowry scoring 2 empty netters. Clearly, not a great game of offense, but not a great game of defense either. Very lucky on the defensive side. Josh Morrissey with a stick in the way. Nick Ehlers providing his body for a couple of blocks. Lots of block shots. Connor Hellebuck had a lot of help in a 42-save shutout. 13 out of the 15 last starts. So clearly he's our go-to guy, our number one. However, when you really think about it, 1 goal a game is not going to win you games. So, how do we beat that? Well, tomorrow night they take on the Devils. Corey Schneider will probably be in the pipes. And we got to make sure we pump the puck a little bit more with better shots, better opportunities. We have to score or else we don't win. We know that our defense isn't the greatest. We're still probably in the bottom 10 of save percentage as well as goals against. But we got to make sure that we score more. Now, before we went on this 5-game slump, we were scoring 3.7 goals a game. Pretty darn good. In this slump, like I said, including last night, just over 1 goal a game in the last 6. Not cool. Second thing we got to figure out, the power play. I mean, my God, it is so dormant. It's like watching old people trying to go to bed. It's terrible. They just lay there and do nothing. 1 for 16 in the last 7 games, including 0 for 4 last night against Nashville. So clearly that's got to be try number 2. So maybe a little practice time for the PP and the PK. PK's doing okay, but the PP's got to get better. So 0 for 10 on the road, 2 for 2 at home. Let's see if they go another 2 for 2 tomorrow night against New Jersey, like we said. Should be a good game. I don't think Taylor Hall's in the lineup still. I think he's still injured. And it's a battle of, it really was between the Preds and the Jets last night. It was the battle of 2 teams. I mean, the Preds are awful on the road, just like the Jets. They're 2-7-2. And now the Jets sit 10-12-2. So they're somewhere in the middle, still outside of the top 8. Let's see what happens. Let's go Jets Tuesday night. As for the Moose, they finally figured out what's going on in the rest of their road trip. They have one last road trip game on Wednesday. But on Saturday and Sunday, they took on both the Norfolk Admirals and the Chicago Wolves, winning both games, so getting 4 out of a potential 4 points. 4-3 at Milwaukee in overtime. Eric Comrie with a 30-save OT win. Dan DeSalvo, 3 points, 1 goal, 2 assists. And Jack Roslovich, Kevin Kuzman, and Chase DeLeo in OT to seal up the deal. So 4-3 against Norfolk, handing them their second loss of the year, only going 12-2, 2-1. So good for Norfolk. However, the Jets, or the Moose, good job on coming up on the W there. And then last night in Chicago, they go 2-1 in Chicago. And the key thing there was their power play. Unlike the Jets, they were 2 for 5, so they're flying on the PP, doing really great there. And as we said, Dan DeSalvo again, another goal, and Jack Roslovich scoring for the Moose there. Andre Pavlik got the win. He saved 26, only let in 1. Not bad, Andre. Way to keep your team in it. That a boy, Moose. 4-4. They're sitting 9-7-1-1, middle of that Central Division there, so they're lurking around for some playoffs. But hey, lots of season to go. Lots of great things happen there with Pavs and doing what he's things, and Pavs is doing a great job behind the bench. So great work over there, Manitoba. They play 1 more on Wednesday, and then they should be coming home in December. So good job, Manitoba. Well done. They also have to play that remaining one in Phoenix, or Tucson, once they figure out that schedule. As for the Wheaties, well, they decided to go from Brandon to Victoria on a couple of buses, I think, because they didn't play all weekend, and they play on Wednesday in Victoria, starting that 16-day road trip. So they start on the 30th and come home on the 16th. So that's going to be quite the road trip for the Wheat Kings. Congratulations. Good job so far on the season. Play hard, play strong on the road. Take care of each other, be each other's mentors, and have a great time. That's all for me. It's going to be quick. It's going to be fast. Theo the Juggernaut here Monday afternoon. That telltale question, though, if you have an answer for that million-dollar question, I'd love to hear it. How does one team play the same on the road that they do, or as home, as they do on the road? I could never figure it out. some sort of psyche, some sort of mentality of playing in somebody else's barn. But the bottom line is, once you smell blood or once you taste blood, you got to keep going. I'll leave it at that. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy the snow and the sleet and the rain for the next couple days. We'll see you on Wednesday. Take care.